Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into Pharma 4.0 and how it's completely changing the game for the pharmaceutical industry. So let's be real. These big digital transformations, they cost a ton of money and they're super complex. So the big question is, how do you make sure all that effort actually pays off in the long run? Well, today we're digging into a playbook that tackles exactly that for the pharma world. It's called Pharma 4.0, and it's all about turning those huge investments into real, lasting success. Okay, so when you hear Pharma 4.0, don't just picture a factory with a few new shiny robots. It's so much more than that. We're talking about a complete overhaul, a total evolution in how medicines are made and managed. Think of data as the new central nervous system for the entire operation, guiding every single decision.
All right, Act 1, building the foundation. And look, any big change, any transformation, it's got to start with knowing how to keep score, right? It's that old saying, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. So that's what this is all about, setting up the right systems to measure what truly matters.
And the first step is to build something that looks a lot like a pilot's dashboard. Seriously, you need that single place where you can see all your critical instruments at a glance. It tells you in real time if you're on course, if you're gaining altitude, or, if you need to pull up before you hit a mountain. It's that crucial.
One of the absolute best tools for this is the balanced scorecard. And the reason it's so powerful is that it forces you to look at the whole picture. You know how big companies can get siloed? Well, this breaks that down. It makes sure your digital projects aren't just cool tech for the sake of cool tech. Nope, it ties everything back to the stuff that actually moves the needle, the financials, the quality of your product, how well your processes are running, and, super importantly, how your people are growing.
Now, it's also super important to track two different kinds of metrics. Think of it like driving a car. Lagging indicators are like looking in your rearview mirror. They tell you where you've been, did you hit your target? But leading indicators, that's you looking through the windshield. They're predictive. Things like, are people finishing their training? Tell you if you're building the right momentum to get where you want to go. You absolutely have to have both.
And naturally, every single one of these goals, these key performance indicators or KPIs, they have to be smart. A fuzzy goal like, let's get faster, is basically useless. It means nothing. But a goal like, we're going to cut our batch release time by 12 hours in the next 12 months, now that's a goal. It's specific, you can measure it, and it gives everyone a clear target to shoot for.
Okay, so you've got your dashboard all set up, you can see everything. But now what? How do you actually use that information to get better? This brings us to Act 2, optimizing the engine. It's time to stop just building the plane and actually start flying it.
And the engine that drives all this improvement is a beautifully simple but really powerful little loop. Plan, Do, Check, Act, or PDCA. You just plan a change. Do it. Try it out, maybe on a small scale first. Check the results. Look at the data. Did it work? And then you act. If it worked, you make it the new standard. If it didn't, you learn from it and start the cycle all over again. It's like a perpetual motion machine for improvement.
And if you're wondering why this is so critical, just look at this chart. It shows the gap in something called overall equipment effectiveness, or OEE. A typical pharma plant might be running at around 37% effectiveness. But world-class? We're talking 70%. That is a massive difference. That gap isn't just a number. It's a huge flashing sign that says, opportunity right here.
And you better believe that closing that gap has a gigantic financial impact. I mean, think about it. Just by using data to do things like predictive maintenance, fixing a machine before it breaks down, companies can chop their maintenance costs by 20 to 30%. That's not pocket change. That is real money hitting the bottom line.
So, where do you find the best ideas to make these improvements? Well, it's not always in the boardroom. A lot of the time, it's the folks on the factory floor, the people who are hands-on every single day. They know what's broken, and they often have great ideas on how to fix it. That's why creating ways to capture those frontline insights, like digital suggestion platforms, is absolutely non-negotiable for real innovation.
Look, getting better every day is great. It's fantastic. But just being good today isn't enough, right? The world is changing so fast. So the real question is, how do you stay ahead of the curve? And that brings us to our final act, how to make all this last.
Right. This last part is all about shifting our focus. We're moving from just running the business day-to-day to actively future-proofing it. We're talking about building the skills, the tools, and the culture that are going to keep you on top for the long haul. And a huge part of future-proofing is something called horizon scanning. It's basically like being a tech weather forecaster.
You're constantly looking out at the horizon, spotting the next big storms or, sunny spells, like generative AI or advanced new sensors. The idea is to see what's coming long before it hits so you have time to prepare.
Then you take all that foresight and you build it into a strategic roadmap. And I want to be clear here. This is not some dusty binder that sits on a shelf. It's a living, breathing plan, a rolling 3 to 5 year map that you're constantly updating as the world changes. It guides you from laying the groundwork to scaling up your wins and then to always optimizing.
But let's be really clear about something. You can have the best technology and the most beautiful roadmap in the world, and it will all mean nothing without the right culture. You have to build a culture that's digital first, one where data beats opinion, where trying new things is encouraged, not punished, and where you celebrate the people who lead the charge. That's the human glue that holds this whole thing together.
Okay, so let's bring it all home. What's the big takeaway from all of this? Winning at this digital transformation game, it's not a one-and-done project. You don't just finish it and check a box. It's a living, breathing system that's built on 3 pillars that all work together. First, you measure what matters. Second, use that data to improve relentlessly. And third, you are always looking ahead to future-proof your success. And that really leaves us with one final crucial question. Is your organization just buying shiny new tech, or is it truly building a legacy of innovation? Because the difference between those two things, well, it's everything we've just talked about. It's having a real system, a real playbook that puts your people and your data at the very center of it all.